Hey guys, long time no see. It's been a while since I've even sat down and talked to a camera, so it feels very unnatural. So please forgive me if I forget how to talk. But I do feel like it's long overdue and I have a lot to catch you guys up on. A lot's happened over the past couple years. So I just wanted to update anyone who doesn't follow me on socials with what I've been doing. Some people are asking, where have I been? What have I been doing? Which are great questions. So I asked you guys on my socials if you had any questions for me since I haven't done one of these in years. And this is what this video is. I guess you guys saw the title. But before we get started, if you didn't know, I started a new project / band called Sarah Jane and the Noise, which is basically a spin-off of my solo project, Sarah Jane. And there is some exciting news. We're releasing our debut EP, Happiness in Review, on the 23rd of April, which is soon. Not sure the exact amount of days because it depends on how long this takes me to edit, but it's soon and we're really excited. It's been in the works for a while, so we're just really keen to get it out there. The EP actually features 2 Sarah Jane songs from my acoustic album Absence, but with a full band. If you want to support us, please give us a follow on our socials. I'll link everything in the description. And if you want to help us out a little bit more, you can pre-save the EP and it automatically adds to your library as soon as it's out. And it really helps artists, especially not huge artists, because it lets Spotify and Apple Music know that people actually want to hear it. And then it gives us a little boost if enough people do pre-save it. So if you're interested in supporting, I'll put all the links in the description. But yeah, let's get on with the questions. First one I'm going to be answering is just a combination of essentially the same question. You guys wanted to know about my guitars. I really like your music. You cover a lot of really good songs. When did you start playing? Do you have a favorite kind of guitar? And do you cover anything with an electric? First of all, thank you. When did I start playing? It depends on what instrument. I started playing piano when I was maybe like 11 or 12, and I switched over to guitar maybe when I was like 15. I started singing around the same time as well. And this is sort of like 3 questions in one. Do you have a favorite kind of guitar? I don't think I could choose. I don't know if I could even choose between an acoustic and electric. I mean, I love my electric guitars, but it's just something so like nice about playing acoustic as well. Sorry if you hoped for a better answer, but I don't have a favorite. I can't choose. And do you cover anything with an electric? And the only covers that I've been doing recently have been with my band at our live shows, which yes, they were with an electric guitar, but I would be open to doing electric guitar covers in the future. Well, I'll get more into that a bit later in the video. GJH asked, playing Mustang instead of Jazzmaster Jaguar, have you considered a Jag Stang? The context, I posted a photo of me holding my Mustang, so I've never really considered a Jag Stang. I've wanted this Mustang for years, particularly because of its clean sound, and I found it on Marketplace, the exact model, the exact color, and I'm like, why not? And I'm really happy with it and I'm really glad that I bought it. And the last guitar question I'm going to answer is from Mark O'Brien. Love the Mustang. Do you own any electric guitars besides that and your Jag? I do own a third one, which is my Gretsch Electromatic. It's currently at my dad's because I moved house and I don't have the space at the new place. I am looking to sell it at the moment. So technically yes, but I don't use it and I'm trying to sell it. The next set of questions that were asked were about my inspiration, so I've sort of grouped them all together. So first one, who is your biggest inspiration when it comes to music? A loaded question. It changes all the time. So I'm just going to assume this means like overall. I guess the band that started it all for me was Nirvana. My like 15-year-old self discovering it, and I was just like, this whole new world appeared before my eyes. Everything in my life changed from that point. So I would probably have to say Nirvana has been my biggest inspiration overall. And this next question is from Elizabeth Longale 4781. Who are your most recent inspirations musically? I have been absolutely obsessed with Hayley Williams' new album and everything she's doing. Love everything she comes out with. Love her as a person. She's so cool. Another inspiration at the moment would probably be Linkin Park. I saw them live when they came to Sydney, I think last month, and that sent me into like a full obsession spiral. I love Emily, the new singer. I think she's so cool. Yeah, I guess Hayley Williams and Linkin Park have been my 2 current obsessions / inspirations. Yeah. And this question from David David2890. Are you still a fan of all the bands you liked 10 years ago? Absolutely. So 10 years ago, I would have been 18. Oh my God, I'm so old now. Next question. How many instruments can you play? I play the guitar and sing, if you count that as an instrument. I play piano and I play a little bit of drums, but I'm not amazing because I don't have a drum kit to practice on. And I guess you could also count bass because that's just like a guitar. So how many is that? I guess 5. And this next question is from Asher Lewis 03. Favorite song from Tainted Timeline? Probably Bully. We still play this live with my band and it's me and my drummer's favorite song to play live. It still is. Let me know your favorite song from Tainted Timeline. This next question is from Celador_UK. It might require a bit of explaining and not the kind of question you're looking for. No worries, but I would love to hear about your recording process and how you mix/master, what DAW you use, etc. I think your records sound great and I have finally started recording myself instead of relying on other producers. So I've become much more interested in the production side of things. I hope you're well. Much love from sunny Manchester. Thank you. That's really great to hear, and I'm glad you're doing more of the production side yourself. I guess I'll start with the recording process. So we record like with my solo things and with my bands. We always record it at home. We record drums in particular at my dad's place because he has a home studio there. So we basically record the drums there. In the past, I've tracked everything else there as well, but since moving, I have recorded other things at home and with my band stuff. So we're very DIY in that aspect. And from there, we don't mix and master our own things. So we do send it off to either someone we've found online or a friend who does mixing and mastering. So we don't actually do that ourselves. And what DAW do you use? At my dad's home studio, we use Sonar Cakewalk. And I've recently started using Ableton here at, I guess, my home studio now. I haven't actually released anything yet that I've recorded in Ableton. Decided to switch over to Ableton at my home studio because I was just after a little bit more synth exploration. I hope this answers your question. And thanks for your interest in, I guess, the production side. Next question. How many bands are you in at the moment? At the moment, I would say 1, just Sarah Jane and the Noise at the moment. I'm not sure if I would count Sarah Jane as a band, so I will still be releasing stuff under Sarah Jane. Then there's the band, Sarah Jane and the Noise. Sort of following on from that question, what happened to the Violet Stones? I guess this was just like a number of things that happened all at once. For those of you who don't know, I was in a band called the Violet Stones in 2017 to about 2020, the start of, I guess, the snowballing effect of the Violet Stones not being a thing anymore. Just before we released our first album, our drummer decided he didn't want to be in the band anymore. So once he left, did try and find a replacement drummer, but this was a very difficult task because I don't know if you've seen any videos or heard our songs. He is an insane drummer and very hard to fill his shoes. I don't know how it is wherever you live, but in Australia, drummers are highly sought after and they're always in like 10 bands. Very, very hard to find one. We did try and keep going, especially with our live shows. We did play with like a fill-in drummer. We played our last show in 2020, just before COVID hit. And I guess that's the second snowballing event was COVID. And I think during that time also, I was starting to put together the live band for Sarah Jane between COVID shutdown and then when things started reopening back up. I was sort of focusing on Sarah Jane, so that sort of took the back seat. And my partner at the time was learning drums, so the idea was that by the time the Violet Stones were ready to come back, my partner would become the new drummer. And then Australia was hit with the second lockdown in 2021, which was way more intense than the one in 2020. I had moved out of home for the first time into a share house, so I guess this lockdown was the main reason why Violet Stones aren't a thing anymore, because me and my ex-partner broke up during the lockdown, which meant we were back at square one with the drummer. At this point, we hadn't played in like 2 years together and we didn't have a drummer again. Following this, I think in around 2024, maybe 2023, all the years are blending into each other now. We did actually have a couple of rehearsals together with the original drummer because he did express interest in playing together because he did miss playing drums. We wrote some new songs, But I guess as time went on, we all got really busy. So some of us have kids, and recently Neil, our bassist, has moved to Melbourne. So I guess we're probably all still open to continuing, but maybe not in the close future. But I would love to do something with them again. I would love to at least like write another EP with the guys, but I'm not too sure how far in the distance that would be. Everything is so crazy right now. So I guess if the stars align. Next set of questions. A couple of people asked similar things to do with my covers. So let's get into it. How come you don't do solo acoustic guitar and singing YouTube videos no more? Everyone misses them. I know you're busy, but surely you can find the time to record some 3 to 4 minute covers every now and again. I guess this is the big question. Why did I stop doing covers on YouTube? I guess the reason for this is that my original music did take the priority. I think I stopped doing covers in 2018, 2019, which is when I started releasing my original material. I guess my passion with music is more on the songwriting side. I really enjoy creating my own music, and I think that's why I've prioritized it for so long. I guess that's the reason I did initially stop. And I'm not too sure how many people know this, but I do work full time, and I have been working full time for 4 or 5 years now. And so I do really struggle with balancing full-time work, having to do all these maintenance and chores around the house on top of my band at the moment. So to add covers to that mix is a little bit tricky. So the reason I was able to do my previous covers was because I was studying at that time. I did have a free day every week to focus on that. And it does take me a little bit more than 3 to 4 minutes to film a video. I need to take into account actually like learning a song, even choosing the song. I need to practice and run through the song, and I need to, I guess, make myself look presentable for the camera. I don't wake up like this, unfortunately, and I need to set the mic up to record. And especially nowadays, I feel like people are expecting a higher quality product, because I used to just record with my phone. But as I did more covers, I sort of tried to do better qualities. I started using a proper mic. So when you add all of that up, it turns into half a day's worth of stuff. And also need to factor in how many takes I need to do if I don't get it right the first time, which used to happen. So I guess that's why I haven't really been doing covers in the past couple years. I would have loved to have kept doing them, but I wasn't able to at that point. And where I am right now with this, currently I'm so busy. I'm so busy with my band and working full time, and me and my partner just bought a house in another city. So it's just like boring adult stuff. But in saying that, did want to let you guys know of my future plans with this channel, with my music and everything. I am planning on releasing a bunch of covers, which I have started 1 or 2 songs, but I need your help. I need recommendations on what covers you would want to hear. I'm planning on creating something a little bit different than what I used to do. Like, it's going to be more than just me sitting down with an acoustic guitar. It's like a full production thing. I want to create something that I'm proud of. I've finished 1 song. I'm not going to say what song it is, but I'm planning on releasing that after my band's EP and when things get a little bit more quiet, so I can focus on Sarah Jane. I've also been working on a new Sarah Jane album as well. It's going to be something a little bit different to all my previous albums. So you have that to look forward to. I'm not too sure how long it's going to take for me to release it, but I'm up to recording vocals for it, if that gives you any timeline. But at the moment, I am focusing on my band's release, which is next week. So lots of exciting things happening. So I think that's all the questions. I think I've rambled for a little bit too long, and I am not looking forward to editing this, but anything for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who sent me questions. Really appreciate you guys sticking around, and anyone who got to the end of this video, thank you. Thank you for still caring about me. I know I'm not as active as I used to be. I really appreciate every single one of you. I guess that's what I've been up to, and that's where I've been. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.